Well, meantime, we are now 10 weeks into Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and the situation in the eastern city of Mariupol remains dire, with Russian forces bearing down on Ukrainians trapped inside that steel plant. But as Russia continues to wage its assault, other nations are making moves of their own. And Washington correspondent Evan Lambert is live for us. So, Evan, we heard from the European Commission today, which laid out plans to ban Russian oil imports by the end of this year.
Nicole, this oil ban is part of a sixth package of sanctions toward Russia from the EU, and it is in response to that continued Russian assault. More than 2 months into their assault on Ukraine, Russian forces have turned up the intensity of airstrikes in what was once the relative safety of western Ukraine. A senior U.S. defense official says Russia appears to be targeting transit and power hubs, the aim to take out rail service used to move supplies and arms sent by Western powers to help Ukraine fight. But weapons are still moving, according to defense officials. The U.S. confirming Wednesday 90% of the howitzer artillery systems it has promised Ukraine are in the country and they are in use. This as U.S. trainers in Germany teach visiting Ukrainian forces how to use the big guns. Those strikes have targeted the area around Lviv in recent days. 38-68. U.S. officials say Russia remains focused largely on the Donbass and its offensive in the east. In the hard-hit city of Mariupol, new evidence has emerged that 600 people died after Russian bombing at a theater where civilians took shelter in March, double the original estimated death toll, a witness calling it one big mass grave. Terrified civilians in that city are still sheltering in the bunkers below a steel plant as Russian troops move in with tanks and prepare to celebrate Victory Day on May 9th. Russian President Vladimir Putin's spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, denying reports the day will be used to officially declare war on Ukraine. Up to now, the Russians have called it a special military operation. Over the weekend, nearly 100 civilians, including 17 children, took advantage of a brief ceasefire, allowing their rescue from the steel plant's rubble. In response to Russia's aggression, the European Union eyeing a new plan to wean the bloc off of Russian oil by year's end.
We support the proposal the European Commission made, a gradual reduction of dependency on Russian oil in the next 6 months.
And the EU is expected to get back to negotiating that oil ban tomorrow. But already the Czech Republic, Hungary, and some other countries are expressing either that they won't support it or asking for more time. Nicole?
All right. Evan Lambert, thank you. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.